Are you fighting with crepey skin? I sure am. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sheila. Thank you so much for being here, and if this is your first time here, welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you would. Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about crepey skin. And believe me, I feel like I'm an expert on crepey skin because I have a body full of it. So what causes crepey skin? Well, there are several things. The main one, of course, is sun damage by UV rays. That breaks down the collagen and the elastin in your skin. So that's a big problem. And I spent plenty of years back in the day sunbathing. So I guess I'm paying for it now. Another thing could be excessive weight loss. Now, that has never happened to me. I've never lost probably more than 4 to 5 pounds, and that's only if something major happened, like when Dave was diagnosed with cancer or something like that. But that's not my problem. Another cause is lack of moisture in the skin. As we age, we become more dry, and due to hormonal changes, we can have less oil production on our skin. Of course, stress is a factor in pretty much everything, so I'm sure that contributes to it also. So there are various reasons, sun damage being the number one, and then the one I really need to mention is age. Age plays a huge factor on crepey skin, doesn't it? It's just all part of the process because of how our body breaks down our skin cells, the dermis of our skin, etc. Now, some people have more crepey skin than others, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's hereditary or not. The thing I don't understand is my mother doesn't have crepey skin, and she spent many years in the sun. I mean, up until the point she went into the nursing home a year and a half ago. She was still sitting out in the sun. So I just don't get why I have such crepey skin, but my mother doesn't. And honestly, my sister, who is 3 years older than me, her skin isn't crepey. So what happened to me? I don't know. Our skin also gets thinner, and I have really noticed that. Once the fibers break down, your skin just becomes loose, thin, wrinkly, crepey. Now, I can walk past something, like through a doorway, barely brush up against the frame of the door, and it will tear my skin. That's how thin my skin is. And it has nothing to do with your size, because Dave, who is a pretty big guy, his skin is the same way. And he's 7.5 years younger than me. But both of us are always bleeding, bruised, especially on our arms. That's where it shows up the most. And, well, right now I have a Band-Aid on right here, if you can see it, because I was coming out of the closet through the doorway, and my arm hit the frame, and it just tore the skin and started bleeding. So thin skin is a thing too. Now, there really are no at-home fixes that's going to take care of crepey skin. However, you can do things to make the appearance look better. It looks a little softer, a little smoother, and a little less crepey. And those of you that have been with me, you know how I pile on body oils, body lotions, body butters, and everything. I do everything I can to hydrate, my body skin to keep it moist and as soft as I can. I also use some lotions that have some ingredients in them that can help with it. Again, it's not going to take it away. Ingredients like lactic acid, salicylic acid, glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid will also help to hold moisture in, things like that. I have shown and talked about the different products that I use to help with the appearance of my crepey skin. This one from Gold Bond, the Crepe Corrector, I love this. It really gives a completely different look to your crepey skin. But I have to apply it 3 or 4 times a day because as it sinks in and as the day goes on and my skin gets drier, then that look of crepiness is right back in my face again. But this is excellent to really help with the appearance of the crepey skin. This amlactin has 12% lactic acid in it. That will help. It helps shed some of the dead skin cells, which again can give you the appearance of smoother skin. And this alpha hydroxy lotion, which has 12% glycolic acid, which is stronger. Glycolic acid is stronger than lactic acid, and it can do the same thing. It just keeps those dead skin cells removed and gives you a little better appearance. Of course, you all know about all my body lotions. I have a few here. The Tropical Glow from Tree Hut, I use that. I love my Nivea in the blue tin jar. That's really thick, very occlusive. In this new Nivea cream I showed in a Marshall's haul, that I got this at Marshall's. It's intense hydration for dry skin. It's a cream, but it's like a serum cream. I use that. I use a body oil, all different body oils. This one, it's Neutrogena. The label's starting to come off from the oil. But I use this, I rub it on my body in the shower. Then when I get out of the shower and I take a handful of this lotion, I pour in some of the oil, rub it together, and put that all over me. And then, of course, my Aquaphor in the can. This is great because the Aquaphor ointment, it's like Vaseline. It's a petrolatum type product. And you wouldn't even be able to sit on your furniture with that on your skin. But with this Aquaphor in the can, you can spray it on. It gives a light mist, and then you can just rub it in, and it sinks into the skin and doesn't leave you greasy at all. So those are all the things that I do to help with the appearance of the crepey skin. But again, it's not going to take it away. Now, you would think that maybe a dermatologist could do something, and they probably could, I don't know. But it would cost you a fortune. You'd probably have to get a second mortgage on your home because they do fractional lasers on the face to help build collagen, which is what we're lacking in our skin at this age. They do microneedling, they can do ultrasound like all therapy, things like that. And it's common for them to do that on the face and neck. But to get your arms, both arms done and your legs and everything, my goodness. Number one, I don't even know if any dermatologist would do that. Number two, I don't know if it would work. And number three, you would have to be very, very wealthy to get that done. And then you would need follow-up treatments. So it's not worth that. So for me, the bottom line is I just have to work with what I have. I do the very best I can. I use all these lotions and oils and exfoliants and everything to try to make it look the best that it can look. And I'm telling you, mine is severe. especially on my arms. I always tell my friend Linda from the channel Linda Roy Mature Sass, we text all the time and I tell her that I have these spaghetti arms. It looks like strings of spaghetti going down this way. It's on the from the elbow up. And then of course above my knees, you can see all the crepiness right above the knee. I don't have it below the knee, but definitely, especially right over the knee. It looks awful. I don't know. Let me see if I can get closer. Now, the camera may not pick it up. Whatever you see in the camera, if you can see it, which I think you can, it's probably 4 times worse than what you're seeing because the camera makes things look different. So, like my upper arms, let me pull this up. I don't know if you can see it. Let me stand up. Can you see this crepiness from here up? It's all over. It just goes up and down in lines this way, like strings of spaghetti. I mean, it really looks bad. And it bothers me. I mean, I hate that it looks that way, but I just have to live with it, don't I? Now, what I'm going to do in an upcoming video, I'm going to do a video about hiding or trying to cover this part of our arms. For those of you that have your own concerns, yours might not be crepey, spaghetti, stringy looking arms. Yours may be some other reason. But I know many women are uncomfortable with this part of their arm from the elbow down. So I will show you in that video what I'm going to do so that I have a little bit more of a comfort level. Because it's hot here in South Carolina. We have very hot summers, and I do wear tank tops and those camisole tops with the little spaghetti straps. My arms are exposed all the time, and even though I wear heavy-duty sunscreen, the crepiness is there, so it really shows. So if I'm going to be going out somewhere, like anywhere, to the store or shopping or somewhere, and I want to cover that, I will show you what I'm going to do in that upcoming video. As long as I'm just home every day and around the house, nobody sees it but me, so that's okay. So let me know in the comments section if you are dealing with crepey skin, and if so, do you have something that you use that you feel makes a difference as far as creams or lotions or oils other than what I showed you? And whatever that is, please share it in the comments section. I will try any lotions and creams. So look for that video soon. Well, now it's time to leave you with an inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip today is on love the skin you're in. I know you've all heard that saying before, but I want to talk about it in an encouraging way for those of you and me who are dealing with crepey skin to the point where it's pretty bad and it's very, very noticeable. We've also heard the saying, age is just a number. Well, it is in some ways. I mean, for someone to say, oh, you shouldn't wear that because you're whatever, 60 or 65, or you shouldn't wear that kind of makeup, or you can't wear your hair that way or have long hair because you're over 70. No, that has nothing to do with age. You are free to dress and do your hair and do your makeup however you want at any age. But on the flip side of that, age is just a number. Well, it really is a number. So every time you have a birthday, that number goes up. And every time it goes up, all of this starts going down even more, right? So we might as well learn to love the skin that we're in, because we can't change that. We can dress up, we can look our best, we can do our hair, we can put our makeup on and really look great at our age or whatever age you are. But that's not going to change the texture of your skin. So if you learn to live with it, do the best you can, find ways to camouflage it if you're uncomfortable, and most of all, accept it. That's certainly not the worst problem we could have in life, is it? When you look at the grand scheme of things, it's really a very small problem, and it is part of aging. And if we're aging, that means we're still living. So that's something to be very grateful for. I'd rather be alive with my crepey skin than already gone and not be here to be able to kiss and hug my children and grandchildren and love my life the way that I do. So if it really bothers you like it bothers me, I just try to turn it around and count a blessing. When I get dressed and I put my shorts on and I put my sleeveless or tank top on and I see those crepey legs and these crepey arms that really discourage me, I stop it right there and I count one of my blessings. Well, I could count many blessings. And that takes the focus off what I'm focusing on, which is this skin, and puts it on what I have to be thankful for and what really matters in life. I thank you so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya!